Igbo bụ Igbo ọtụtụ ọma eji ọma mgbede ọma depending your time zone anyị ya adịkwa ka echi maka na echi adịghị agwụ ka anyị na-agbago ọ bụ na isonyebe what are you waiting for? Click the like button, subscribe, comment, share. Ife anyị na-ekwu eruo gị na nke ikpeazụ a abụọ ha dị by force o eruo gị so you must pay attention. You must follow us, subscribe, comment, share. Ịghọtago maka na ife anyị na-ekwu eruo gị na nke ikpeazụ a ọ mere ilu ndebe anyị na-atụ asị na agbaka izu onye ntị ike anụ ya so anyị gbakarị gị izu a so we are now let me explode ka ndị ntị ike ndị ntị shiri sabu amana tais na ntị ka o nwee ike ịghọta the mission ife anyị na-ekwu ka o nwee ike ịghọta the angle ebe anyị si apụta lee ife anyị na-ekwu bụ okwu nwere onwe ịghọtago and ihe anyị na-eme ka ihe bụ common sense ịghọtago now common sense and we believe strongly that via our common sense that you will see reason to reason all the very very important because if you na-echezi karịrị ịghọtago obodo bongo na-agbazi a lot of people in mmiri so a lot is really happening not as if you don't know you are educated ịghọtago mana o nwere some common sense ị na-echefu ọ ya bụ ife anyị chọọ ka anyị nwee ike ịdị na-echetara gị I just want to make common sense as always. Today I want to be brief and direct. I want to talk the mission of Samuel in the house of Jesse, how everything began, and how Samuel anointed David. You got to go. I made you about talking about anyị na-ekwu. Then and ka I werezie aka gị mezie plus and minus because ihe anyị na-ekwu about that which you know. Because of otu ntụ ife si wee dị gị na-echefu ya Samuel ekwuru na ọ bụ onye ozi nke Chukwu abịama onye ozi nke Chukwu okike abịama ịghọtago ihe Samuel bụ and God by his infinite mercy by his wisdom instructed Samuel to visit the house of Jesse to anoint a particular man. Okay, then Samuel moved the journey rooted at the house of Jesse, meet here Jesse. Now, let them go and they offer sacrifice. From that, the anointing oil. Nisi onye chukwu gwara ya bịa gbasịa. Then what happened? Then Jesse by himself ofilu na okwu anointing oil a ịgatago na okwu otite mmanụ a abalị ibe ikwu na ọ bụ ife muscle na ọ bụ ife garagara no be first born, second born, third born. Remember, David was the last. Now for near. You gotta go. David was the last child. The man no matter. So the man up one up what the other about to see about and Ojiri we dear. That is ndo frubu abu ndo frubu mozo ndo frune defend that is ndebaka jiofo jabo na cho ya na mo na aforia no nde abunde ya abo no na ekuru that is on the no na ekuru his family. Then what happened? The anointing bypassed ndahine you gotta go because the ntuchuku si arụ ọrụ abụọ ntu mortal man si arụ ọrụ as a mortal man Jesse gbabara n'ime ụlọ ya na-akpọpụta ndị bụ muscle. You gotta go. That is what some of you some of you may feel n'ime okwu nwere onwe a na-ekwu some of you may feel that the defenders of structure Lord ha ndị nye gị nwere onwe and I am here to tell you with this little scenario what happened in the house of Jesse jeme ka ịmata la onye nke nwa choose as a mortal man bụ onye the oil of God ja bypass in agota now onye nke nwa futara as the carrier and deliverer onye nke nwa futara as voice bụ onye the anointing ja bypass because the anointing or they respect anybody or they respect your muscle or they respect how it is a defending structure. The only thing the anointing bow for the only thing the anointing bow for or the only person receive the anointing bụ onye Chukwu debere ka ete ya mmanụ and the Chukwu edebego David ka ete ya mmanụ mgbe abịara David was not around, he was nowhere to be found. Mgbe Jesse bara n'ime bịa kpọpụta gasịa ndị niile o ji wee biri ịghọtago the anointing I reject ya what happened Jesse a na-ekwu na o mere one nke na-elekọta ụmụ anụmanụ anya and onye a bụ David and onye a bụ onye the anointing fall upon. Weta ya n'ime okwu nwere onwe anyị na-ekwu if ọhaneze ndị Igbo happened to be Prophet Samuel as Mado, as Cana man, or they happen to be Jesse. Egba habia burukene otite mmanụ a ma ọ bụ ha nwa bịa kwuo onye dị ka onye ji enweta nwere onwe a. Ọhaneze ndị Igbo ha ya na-achọ politicians of their own status, that is their political friends ka ha dị na-achọ. That is ọ bụ na asị ha ha nnọọ onye ji enye nwa Igbo nwere onwe a, that is ndị ọhaneze ha ya ịma ụdị ndị ha Chineke mere mere ịma ụdị ndị ọhaneze ya akpọpụta dịkọtago ndị ọ dị ka ọ dị fa ndị dum tụfuo dum chọta kwa ndị ezi asụ ele Igbo ndị meghe emeghi chere ndị a ka ha ji akpọ. That is because they are carnal. Ha ji eji kpọta their political associate gwa ha bịala otite mmanụ ha daala leje ete ha mmanụ by fire by force to God la mmanụ nke ahụ Chukwu ji wee bịa leje ete bịa by the side force another oil in the head of another David. I have to be serious. Ọhaneze ya apụta gwa gị la nwere onwe nke a na-ekwu ya la ọma mbịa without them. That Mazi Ekpa cannot get nwere onwe from Nigeria without Ọhaneze. Ọhaneze ya ji kpọ ndị police chance ibe ha gwa ha bịa la ọrụ adaala la ọrụ politics. Chineke mere mere Ọhaneze ya ji kpọ ndị police chance ibe ha gwa ha bịa la ọrụ adaala ka egbuzie Chukwu okike abịa ma akpa fọwaizie ya another David ka e werezie ya another otite mmanụ ndị anointing oil wee mee ya anoint. Ịkpọzie those that are defending the structure now ka ha pụta bịa kwuo as a mortal man onye dị ha ka onye ji enweta okwu nwere onwe ha ya agbaghịla Maazị Nnamdi Okwu ka na nwere structure and ome ihe ọbụla a na-eme without that structure. Because they are the defenders of structure. But what happened? The anointing bypassed those strong men, physically looking. How are they strong? How manama? Remember, David at the age of 15, you got to go now. That is to say, around until the appointed time for him to ascend the throne. You got to go. As Samuel of Biafra, he have been crying and lamenting. He have awakened many souls. As Samuel, you gotta go. Then on that process, or in that process, he discovered a David, and that David was Mazi Ekpa Njoko. And he have anointed that David by telling him, do not let devil enter you. You must continue the way you are doing because you are doing a good job. No, I said that I am mad. I don't want to answer a madman anymore. I am now telling you to continue. Continue firing every cylinder. And immediately Mazi Ekpa responded that never. So even as a mortal man, as a Georgia, say na Mazi Ekpa na ọma nweta nwe ya ije were anye the defenders of structure, but the anointing oil bypassed the defenders of structure, and the prophetic announcement was made by Mazi Nnamdi Okwu on Radio Biafra that you should follow Mazi Ekpa, listen to his broadcast and share it, that he is bringing a new dimension. He was actually introducing a new king. Samuel. Samuel David introduced. So he have already introduced by prophecy, by spoken word. He have already introduced a carrier and deliverer of new dimension. In the person of Mazi Ekpa Njoko. Go and read it very well. The anointing bypass renda he feed no onu je kunwuri Igbo like ndi Ọhaneze na aja apụta gbage la ọha nwa bụ ndị ja no ewere ekwu okwu nwere onwe. Never. It may not be how God want it. So no otite manu presently. Otite manu the oil is upon the head of one nine nwoke Mazi Ekpa. Presently, until God decide to raise a man, God will continue to be with him until he deliver that nation to us. That nation so stop matter that he is another David that was introduced by Samuel. Remember, Lord, another David introduced by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that he is the carrier and deliverer of new dimension. In that new dimension, use the case of Samuel, Jesse, and David as a case study. A matter no nyahi ndị Igbo tụrụ ilu si na osisi ya nebara anya ọdịda. Ndị ahụ feel ro ha mabụ ndị je kwuru go ọnụ gị ma oge ruwe. Where are they? Are they still speaking? A na-egbu na Ebonyi, a na-egbu na Enugu. Where are those? Ndị a na-apụta na-agbaghị na ha mabụ ndị lọbụ mgbe ọbụla na-ekwu okwu nwere onwe na ha nwa ji ebu ụzọ na ọbụna ha ebu ụzọ na ọ dị eme. Where are they? They are no longer speaking. The only person anyị na-ele anya bụ he who is carrying the oil of kingship, kingly anointing. And don't neko onye nwere kingly anointing boy eje enye nwoge nwere onwe. Ya wetara oji wepụta okwu nwere onwe ya adị iche n'ime ife ndị ọzọ na-eme, because he is the carrier and deliverer of new dimension. One deliver new dimension, different strategies. And emepegasị office agara agara, you must support and follow instruction by him. He is another David in our own time, introduced by Prophet Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or you can nickname it Prophet Samuel in the house of Jesse. N'ime okwu nwere onwe anyị na-ekwu, ndị niile defend structure, ndị niile love structure more than freedom, ndị niile love ego more than freedom, ndị niile love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu more than freedom. They never knew that God have raised another David in our midst to become king, and that king is to deliver the land of our ancestors to us. Support God is still saying something. Presently, the anointing is upon him. Anybody now, no one else apart from him. He is the carrier and deliverer of new dimension. And we're on your Zohadio too. Remember, it was King Saul until God decided to make another man a king. He chose a 15-year-old boy, rapidly let it grow 30 years, 40, 50, abandoned them, and they're looking for he that will deliver that which God mandated him to deliver right from his mother's womb. And presently, he is the David of our own time. Presently, he remains the only voice from the east of Niger. Presently, there is none like him. Presently, he is the carrier and deliverer of new dimensions. Support him. King David, hey, if we our own King David, now we are war. Chegaria. Oh, Nelson Mandela, kekeri. If we our own Nelson Mandela, now we are war. Ichokwa yiru ebe ile josi so sabon tike. Remember, enwere ọtụtụ sabosh, because the time mgbe David nwetara ọtịte mmanụ a n'ime ụmụnne ya eji enwe that hate, because it happened in the case of Joseph. He dreamt a dream and that is kọwara ya ụmụnne ya, they hated him the more. So if you can war, remember, he is the carrier and deliverer of new dimension. The forces of darkness in human form are sure to deliver, but we are praying earnestly for him that he will deliver that which he carry. Ochichi Onachina as Biafra Prime Minister Kobo. By the virtue of that prime ministership, he will deliver the land of our ancestors to us. That should be your prayer. Support him. Pray for him. He is our own Joseph. He is our own David. He is our own Nelson Mandela. He is that man. He is the carrier and deliverer of new dimension. Until he got the name carrier and deliverer. Yeah, man. If a ditched. Kachineke mezi okwu, anyị go understand. Na afọ eze chite oke abịa ama. Ise.